Okay.
So this is our little story about the beginnings of the Rochester Gay Men's Chorus.
We
Our-
met in March of
We met in March
82.
of 1982, yeah. And I think it was just before that, yeah, a couple, year and a half before that, I had known a guy who came to town from Madison, Wisconsin, and he told me about the Madison Gay Men's Chorus and said, somebody should start one here. And I said, boy, I'd love to participate, but that's not anything I could do. And I talked to Nick Williams, one person I knew who was musical and who was gay and involved in the Gay Alliance, and he said he'd participate too, but he wasn't up for starting one. So,
over the summer, you kind of talked more about it.
well, and we met this guy named Ken Peterson who moved into our neighborhood, and he, it turned out, had just moved here from Madison, Wisconsin, and lo and behold, he had started the Madison Gay Men's Chorus. So I started twisting his arm and said, you really should do that here, you should do that here. He said, maybe, I got to figure out where my partner and I are at and get settled in. And
In the fall.
late fall, he approached me and said, I'm ready to do it, and I've made up flyers, and I worked at the Genesee Co-op. Could I put up flyers there? And so it was one of those, I said I was going to do this, I'm going to have to do it. And I think it was like first week in November, he held a rehearsal in his living room.
Yeah.
And 4 or 5 people showed up, Nick being one of them, and Bob Olsowski and a couple other people. And
After 3 weeks, you kept coming back home, and I was like, oh, well, I guess it's really going to happen, so maybe I should come to a rehearsal. So
yeah, so that's
So that's why you're a founding member, and I came in 3 weeks later.
Yeah, so that's how it got going. And pretty quickly, Kent, after like our first couple concerts, Kent had already drawn Nick in as sort of a co-conductor, and it became clear that his partner Denny didn't get tenure here in Rochester, and they were going to be leaving. And Nick took over, and sort of the rest is history. Nick was an amazing, 20?
Yeah, easily.
Many
15,
year
20 years. Yeah.
Artistic director. And the chorus is still happening 37
7
years
years later.
later. Ooh. So there you have it.